The first settlers in America faced a daunting challenge: survival in a vast, unknown land. They had left behind everything familiar, venturing into a world filled with uncertainty and potential dangers. They arrived with hopes of a better life, but their journey was fraught with hardship. The long voyage had already taken a toll on their health and spirits, and the new land presented its own set of challenges. Food, the most basic human need, was a constant concern. The settlers had to quickly learn how to find and prepare food in an unfamiliar environment, often relying on trial and error. The foods they were accustomed to were not readily available. Their traditional crops and livestock were difficult to sustain in the new climate and soil. They had to adapt to their new environment and learn to utilize the resources at hand. The indigenous people played a crucial role in teaching the settlers how to grow native crops and fish in local waters. This marked the beginning of a unique culinary journey. The settlers began to incorporate new ingredients and cooking methods into their diets, blending their old traditions with new discoveries. The settlers arrived in a land vastly different from their homelands. The diverse American landscape offered both opportunities and challenges, from dense forests to open plains. The landscape, climate, and resources were unfamiliar. They had to navigate through dense forests, across rivers, and over mountains, all while learning to live off the land. Their diet, a cornerstone of their culture and survival, had to change. Communal meals became a way to share knowledge and resources, strengthening their bonds and ensuring everyone had enough to eat. This adaptation was not a choice, but a necessity. The settlers had to work together, pooling their skills and knowledge to survive in their new home. The story of their diet is a testament to their resilience and resourcefulness. Through determination and cooperation, they forged a new way of life, one meal at a time. The North American wilderness offered a diverse bounty for those who knew how to find it. Wild game, including deer, turkey, and rabbit, roamed the forests and provided much-needed protein. The rivers and coastlines teemed with fish and shellfish, offering another source of sustenance. But it was the native plants that truly sustained the settlers. Corn, beans, and squash, known as the Three Sisters, became dietary staples. These crops, cultivated by Native Americans for centuries, were relatively easy to grow and could be stored for long periods. Wild berries, nuts, and fruits added variety and essential nutrients to their meals. The settlers quickly learned to identify and utilize these natural resources, ensuring their survival in this new land. Cooking methods in the colonies were simple and practical, dictated by the available resources and the need for efficiency. Open hearth fireplaces served as the heart of the kitchen, providing warmth and a means to cook meals. Cast iron pots, sturdy and versatile, were prized possessions in every household. They were used for boiling, stewing, and baking over open flames. Meat was often roasted on spits over the fire, preserving its juices and flavors. Vegetables were boiled or roasted, and breads were baked in Dutch ovens nestled in the embers. Preservation techniques such as smoking, salting, and pickling were essential for preventing spoilage and extending the shelf life of their food. Section 4. A settler's spread: what was on the table. A typical meal for the first settlers was a far cry from the elaborate feasts we associate with Thanksgiving today. Their daily sustenance was rooted in simplicity and necessity, reflecting the harsh realities of their new environment. It was a simple affair, dictated by necessity and the availability of ingredients. The settlers had to make do with what they could grow, hunt, or gather, often relying on preserved foods during the harsher months. Breakfast might consist of cornmeal porridge, perhaps sweetened with maple syrup or honey if available. This humble meal provided the energy needed for a day of hard labor. Bread, baked in a communal oven, was a staple, often accompanied by cheese or butter. The communal oven was a vital part of the settlement, fostering a sense of community and shared responsibility. Lunch and dinner often revolved around a hearty stew or pottage. These meals were not only filling but also efficient, allowing settlers to make the most of their limited resources. These one-pot meals were practical and could stretch limited ingredients. They were a testament to the settlers' ingenuity and ability to adapt to their environment. Meat, if available, was added to the pot along with seasonal vegetables, beans, and herbs for flavor. This combination created a nutritious and hearty meal that could sustain the settlers through their demanding days. On special occasions, they might enjoy a roasted game bird or fish, a welcome change from their daily fare. These rare treats were savored and often marked significant events or celebrations within the community. Section 5. Thanksgiving Then and Now, a Culinary Comparison. The first Thanksgiving, a celebration of harvest and gratitude shared between the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag tribe, is often romanticized. While the exact menu remains a mystery, it likely differed significantly from our modern Thanksgiving feasts. Wild turkey, a readily available source of protein, was likely on the menu. Venison, duck, goose, and fish may have also graced the table. The abundance of food we associate with Thanksgiving today, from mashed potatoes and cranberry sauce to pumpkin pie, reflects a later period in American history. These dishes, while rooted in tradition, are a testament to the evolution of American cuisine, shaped by waves of immigration, technological advancements, and culinary innovation. Section 6. Native American Influences, Sharing the Bounty. The survival and success of the first settlers were deeply intertwined with the knowledge and generosity of the Native Americans. They taught the settlers how to cultivate native crops, identify edible plants, and navigate the unfamiliar landscape. The three sisters, corn, beans, and squash, a cornerstone of Native American agriculture, became staples in the settlers' diet. Native American cooking methods, such as roasting corn in its husks, baking with clay ovens, and using herbs and spices for flavor, also influenced the settlers' culinary practices. The exchange of knowledge and traditions between the two cultures enriched the culinary landscape of the colonies, laying the foundation for a uniquely American cuisine. Section 7. From simple fare to culinary fusion. The first settlers' diet, born of necessity and shaped by the land, laid the groundwork for the diverse culinary tapestry we know as American cuisine. They relied heavily on what they could grow, hunt, and gather, making use of every available resource. Their meals were simple, yet nourishing, reflecting the harsh realities and the resilience required to survive in a new world. From these humble beginnings, a fusion of flavors and traditions emerged. The settlers brought with them recipes and techniques from their homelands, which they adapted to the new ingredients they found. This blending of old and new created a unique culinary identity. The settlers' resourcefulness, their adaptation to new ingredients, and their interactions with Native Americans created a culinary legacy that continues to evolve. Native Americans introduced them to crops like corn, beans, and squash, which became staples in their diet. They also learned new cooking methods and ways to preserve food. The next time you gather around a table laden with food, take a moment to appreciate the journey of our culinary heritage. Each dish tells a story of survival, adaptation, and the blending of cultures. It's a testament to the enduring spirit of those who came before us. Remember the first settlers who braved a new world, their resilience, their resourcefulness, and the enduring legacy of their simple yet essential diet. Their story is one of courage and determination, and their culinary contributions have left an indelible mark on our culture. Their story is a reminder that food is more than sustenance. It's a powerful link to our past, our culture, and our shared human experience. It connects us to the land, to each other, and to the rich tapestry of history that has shaped who we are today.